Town Wonders is one of the more unique mixed reality games I've played yet, as it brings a living, breathing town into your room. If you're a fan of miniature models and dioramas, this might just be the game for you. The game starts off with a town centre and the mayor, who assigns you missions to help establish the town, such as collecting and managing resources, building and upgrading structures, and a whole bunch of minigames. The first thing that stood out to me is the attention to detail in this world. Every single building is full of objects, decorations, furniture, signs, and all the citizens going about their day. There's a lot you wouldn't notice unless you zoom right in. It's quite amazing how they can fit so much detail into every building without any objects popping in or out, aside from the harbour, which is the largest building. The goal of the game is to help the town build and expand so they can continue to bring in more settlers who you help guide in by hot air balloon. To build this world, you'll need to gather resources such as wood, stone, iron, food, gold, and wonder. These are used for construction, upgrades, research, and resource scouting. The majority of your resources come from the mine, which you have to manually guide a miner to find and collect. Resources can also be generated passively, such as gold from the town square and restaurant, wood and stone from the craftsmen and blacksmiths, and lastly food from the farm. Food crops, however, require a lot of manual watering and occasionally pest control and fertilizer delivery. There are also a whole lot of minigames that also produce resources such as fishing, diving, ice skating, flying, package delivery, firefighting, and a few more. Most of the game takes place on your walls and floor, but I found the flying missions the most fun, as you can fly around your whole room, which makes it feel as though your whole space is part of their world and not just the walls and floor. Some of the minigames like diving and ice skating take place on the floor, which is also quite immersive. It reminds me of being a kid again, playing with my toys on the floor. Except now the toys have come to life and they're just running around doing their own thing. To increase the immersion, you can also play the game entirely with hand tracking. However, it is a lot less accurate and with a bit of delay, so I do still prefer using controllers. As you continue to grow and develop your town, it can be quite satisfying to see a whole living, breathing city begin to take shape. So it does kind of remind me of The Sims. However, unlike The Sims, the whole game does feel a little restrictive, as though you're just following a linear progression instead of creating your own personal town. You're really just a giant helper doing all the work for the mayor and the citizens. Another issue is the focus on gathering resources, which can be quite repetitive, especially as the bulk of which come from the mine, which you'll be doing very often as you need resources to build and upgrade constantly. The minigames can also get a little repetitive after a while, and some of them are just for novelty, although they do all gain some kind of resource. So if you're looking for a deep game with more control, this may not be enough, as you're more of a helper rather than the boss of this town. The main appeal of the game is just to experience a miniature living world in your room, like a virtual diorama. But after around 6 to 8 hours, it does begin to feel a little repetitive. And there isn't much incentive to keep going, as by this time you've seen most of what there is to experience. It's definitely the most unique mixed reality game I've played yet, but I can only recommend it to fans of dioramas and models, or if you're looking for something more unique and relaxing to play. So overall, I'd give it 3 out of 5 stars. If you found this review helpful, be sure to leave a like and feel free to subscribe, as I plan on doing more Quest and PC VR reviews this year. So let me know if you have any comments or feedback. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next one.